Well, CFL fans, looks like we made it. 16 wins, 60 weeks. The sprint is over. Regular season has come to a close, and now it's time to play. Yes, I used that chucking line. My goodness, but anyway, it was a crazy final stretch. The final 4 weeks were just amazing. Of course, entering the final 4 weeks of the season, only the Blue Bombers were officially playoff bound. As a matter of fact, they clinched everything. They clinched a spot in week 11 and got first and locked in first place in the West in week 12. So they had nothing to play for the rest of the year. That's quite a bit. But there were five playoff spots up for grabs. Week 13 saw the Rough Riders and the Argonauts um, lock in spots. Lock in spots. Week 14, um, the Hamilton Tire Cats took care of business for both themselves and Montreal, as Hamilton needed a win, Montreal needed a win or a BC loss, and Hamilton beat the Lions that week, so both teams got in. And Toronto won to keep the lead in the East Division intact. And they had and we earned the right to lock in first place in week 15. All I had to do was beat Hamilton at home, and we did just that. It was not a close game either. We dominated that game, and as a result, the Argonauts get first place, allotted first place in the East Division for the first time since 2017, which also saw the Argos win that Grey Cup. The playoff field was actually filled that week. Calgary beat the Lions to get the last playoff spot remaining. Yeah, and then remember when this guy actually said the Stampeders were done? I don't know what the hell I was thinking. They fought back, and they're in the playoffs while BC completely collapsed. They were what? I think they were 4-2, and they lost seven in a row. They collapsed, which is what Vancouver teams often do. So the field was set. Saskatchewan won the Week 15's finale to clinch second place and get the semifinal at home. But all that was left to settle on Week 16 was home field in the Eastern semifinal. There were five games the final week. Only two of them were meaningless until one of them wasn't. Hamilton needed a win to get second place, but they could also get it if Montreal lost. And that's exactly what happened. The Alouettes hosted the Ottawa Red Blacks. They were up. Montreal was up 18-3 at halftime, but they gave up 16 unanswered points. The Ottawa Red Blacks did a fine job playing spoiler. They ruined Montreal's plans. As a result, the Alouettes will have to fly to Hamilton for the Eastern semifinal. Hamilton won their now meaningless game over the Rough Riders 24-3. The Argonauts, we lost our finale, but it doesn't matter. We got everything. We got what we wanted, which was a bye straight to the division final, a home which will be in Toronto. And the Blue Bombers lost to the Stampeders to close out the regular season. So the regular season is done, and it is playoff time. And it will start. I do love the Grey Cup playoffs. It's a fun sprint. It's 3 weeks. It's all Sunday games, and they're all on literal television. Meaning, because I spent the last like half of the season watching CFL games on ESPN Plus, because only a handful of CFL games are actually on television, on literal television here in the States, but the playoff games will be on literal television on the ESPN networks, usually ESPN2 and ESPN News. But I'm pretty sure ESPN Plus will simulcast them, but it's television, rest away, literal television. Airing opposite the NFL games, which is really interesting. The playoffs start in Hamilton with the Eastern semifinal. The Tiger Cats will host the Alouettes. The team split the season series, but the home team didn't win either of them. Montreal won the last meeting, 23-20 in overtime, in Hamilton. Of course, Hamilton will host the Grey Cup in 2 weeks, and of course, this is the third straight year they'll host a playoff game. They're 29-17 all time at home in the playoffs, but the Alouettes are the opposite. They are 11-24 as a road playoff team. The last time these two teams met was the Eastern Final in 2014. Tiger Cats won that one. And then after that, we have the Western semifinal. The Rough Riders hosting the Stampeders. And I started watching Canadian Football League in 2013. And I remember these two teams represented 3 Grey Cup championships that I've watched, that I've seen ever since. Matter of fact, Saskatchewan won that first year, 2013, that I started watching. And Calgary won the following year in 14, and they won in 18, though they were there a lot. Calgary reached the game in 16. It was over. That was the game that went to overtime and saw Ottawa win it. The Red Blacks win it. And they went back in 2017. Toronto beat them that year. That was a close one. And so these two teams are going at it, and they met 3 times in the regular season. Calgary actually won 2 of the 3. They won the first 2 meetings, but the Rough Riders won the last one, and that was in Calgary. And Calgary did win the one meeting that was in Regina. So they could do it again this Sunday. They could win on the road again. So that's what's in store for us regarding the playoffs. Of course, whoever wins, the winner of the East semifinal goes to Toronto. The winner of the West semifinal goes to Winnipeg. That's how it is. Like I said, I do enjoy the Grey Cup playoffs. They are fun. They do have chaotic moments, and the games I've seen over the years have been close. But it's gonna be fun, and I hope it ends with the Argonauts lifting that Grey Cup again. We last did it 4 years ago, so it has been that long. So I think everything's pretty much on our side. So here's hoping. And regarding that, it's perfect timing because the division finals take place on December 5th. That's the Packers bye week, so it's Argos all the way on December 5th. So yeah, December 5th division finals, and the Grey Cup is in Hamilton on December the 12th. I said normally this weekend would be the Grey Cup championship, but this is a different season. It was shorter, it started late, and things got pushed back a couple weeks. So this week actually starts the playoffs, while the Grey Cup game is 2 weeks later. But again, normally on American Thanksgiving weekend, that's when the Grey Cup champion is crowned. So yeah, so it's a different feel this year. They'll probably go back. They'll most likely be back to a normal schedule, 18 games and November playoffs next year. But so that's my recap of the 4th and final quarter of the regular season, what a regular season was. I'm so looking forward to the playoffs in a few days, and I'll definitely be watching along with the NFL action. If you like this video, click the like button. Subscribe if you want more of this. My stories on Vocal recapping the final 4 weeks of the season. They are in the description. All 4 links. Check them out if you can. I'll be back very shortly to recap Week 11 of the NFL season. And I'll be back next week. And next week I'll recap the division semifinals and preview the division finals matchups. I can't wait to see who Toronto plays next week. Ends up playing. So stay tuned.